Hello everybody, I'm Gary Crosby. I'm an action coach, business coach. Today, top 5 finance tips for small business owners. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started with tip number 1. Get a habit of lifelong learning. Now this works not just in finance but everywhere else in business. The more you learn, the more you earn, for sure. And start with HMRC, start with .gov.uk, look at the small business finance advice that you can find in those locations. Read a good book, get onto YouTube, start to educate yourself about finance in business. The more you know, the less stress you'll feel about the finance in your small business. Now, tip number 2 is get yourself a really good bookkeeper. Now, why is that important? It'll help you set up your digital accounting package. It'll help you to use Making Tax Digital with HMRC. It'll keep all of your records up to date. And it's a really important part of reducing the stress and worry of the finances in your business. Find and keep a really good bookkeeper. All right, now tip number 3 is for you to have multiple bank accounts. Why is this important? Well, it separates your finances out and it also makes sure you avoid surprises. So at the very least, I'd separate your business and personal finances. That's important in many businesses. The second thing is to create an account for your VAT returns if your business is VAT registered. That way you can transfer funds in, you won't get a surprise when the VAT bill lands. And then have another account for corporation tax or other expenses that you know are going to come on a regular basis so that you can drip feed money into them and not be surprised when that large bill falls. So multiple bank accounts are a great way for you to professionally organize your finances. Okay, let's move on to tip number 4, and that is simply you have to increase your prices. Now, I encounter a lot of fear in small business owners when we talk about increasing prices. People think customers are going to desert them as prices go up. But don't forget, the costs in your business are probably rising as well. And the best thing to do here is to have a schedule. So it might be that you increase your prices on an annual basis, maybe every couple of years, but make sure it's in the calendar and you know when you're going to make that price increase. It's an important part of growing your business. It's an important part of covering your own increased costs. It's an important part of growing the margins in your business and your profitability. Okay, so now on to the final tip, tip number 5, and I want you to set targets in your business. The first question that you can ask yourself is, what are the really important numbers in my business? For some that's revenue, it could be gross profit, it could be net profit, the amount of money that you've got available to take out of the business. Whatever it is, make sure you set some targets. Targets allow you to monitor progress, so you know whether the business is growing or shrinking. Targets give you an incentive to work a little bit harder, to push a little bit harder, to get more out of your business. And the important thing about targets is they change your behavior. So if the figures aren't moving in the direction that you want, you'll be able to think of the things that you can do to get yourself back on track. So that's 5 finance tips for small business owners. I really hope that you found this useful. Have a look around the channel for some more tips. And if you want to talk about the finance in your business, then do get in touch. It would be great to have a conversation.